Welcome, family. Welcome in on today. I want to welcome you in today. I'm coming in to make a video like I do. First of all, I want to begin by introducing myself. My name is Deborah Williams, and I just come to give videos, inspiration videos to inspire, encourage someone who need a little encouraging, just speak on encouraging messages on each day for those of you who's new to this channel, for those of you who's in my always have been in this community. I just want to welcome you in and thank you for coming in. On today, I'm going to speak on being grounded, grounding yourself. When it comes to experiencing things at the starting this new journey, this new path, um, it's it's important that you pay attention to your consciousness so you can be able to um, make the right decisions when it comes to walking this new path, when it comes to starting this new journey. You have to pay attention to your chores. It allows you, it's important that you ground yourself so you can be able to pay attention to the chores that's needed in order to walk this path, in order for you to walk and ground yourself in your new life path. This will also allow you to bloom, shine, bring out a lot in you if you do taking the steps. It is allowing you to take the steps into full bloom. Um, when we've been on that dark side so long, coming from that dark side now, you may notice your skin complexion. You may notice you starting to glow. People may notice a glow on you. That's because you're working through your internal soul. You're working on that soul to come out of that dark path that you were in. You no longer filling a dark space. You're now moving into the light. Now you're seeing the light. So now you may begin to, people may say, oh, your skin's so clear, or your skin is so glowy, or you're shiny. That's because now this is a very important, because this is the way you know that you're growing out of that dark atmosphere and into the light of things. It's like when you got a plant, you're growing a plant and you're not watering that plant, you're not soiling that plant, and all you see is dark leaves coming off that plant. And that's just how you have to think of it, in a sense. When you coming out that dark side, now you beginning to pull off those dead leaves. Now that deadness that was in you in that dark side is now coming out. Now you're grounding yourself and you watering yourself inside, internal, through your mind, body, and soul. You're giving it the soil now that it needs. You're giving it that nutrient. You're giving it the nutrient. So now this nutrient you giving it is now, is you're able to take course in the movement that you have been trying to do, because you coming out of this dark shell. You was always into this dark shell. Now you're manifesting whatever your manifesting may be. Manifest could be praying, manifest could be whatever you use for your manifestation, to clear you, to open you up, and help you, whatever it takes. You're not, no longer taking that attention away from that state of receptive. You're now opening up. We want to call that self receptive. When we was on that dark side, we was in self receptively until we moved. Now we're moving out of that. We're taking that away. We are now opening up to things and now channeling ourselves, our soul, our internal forces, our energies. Now we're challenging that to be open and walking in the right path for coming from that dark place. Now your mind is being set up and formed to where now you starting to open up with ideas. And why you put the open up with ideas, and now you beginning to find deeper, you're moving yourself into this deeper energy and releasing the energy within you to have clarity when it comes to your purposes. Now you walking into that path where now you stepping out of that um dark place. You're focusing now. You mapping out plans. You're no longer um in that dark path anymore. Like I say, and we're not going to talk about the dark path because we're grounding ourselves. We ground now. We walking into um the path of no longer thinking, short term. We thinking long term now. We at this moment. We going with the flow. We moving at a pace towards our efforts now. Our ideals are starting to build. Um, we leading ourselves into this moment of where now we looking at the riches. We feeling riches inside. But when we was in a dark place, we didn't have no image of that. We only had a self-image of always down, depressed, and on that dark side. And whatever your dark side or your dark path was, that's the energy that we was pulling in. Now, since we taken in that energy in a different level, in a different form, moving up that dark side of that self-respectative, we bringing that away from us. Now we manifesting, and we're moving into the right place, and we doing everything we need to do at this moment and this time under the pressure of what we're planning, and our ideals is about to unfold. They're about to blossom. They're about to grow. When it comes to grounding ourselves, it's very important that we know that. We have to understand that. We have to understand that now we forming into this creature, learning the spirits. We learning to be more tougher and understanding, we're being more deep when after we comes from our drive is like a drive of a deepness now, coming out of that dark side. Now you driving deep and you aiming to this creature, like being more wise, and selective on things that we do now. We're expanding now. We're expanding that energy. So, yeah, you have to understand that. And when I think about that, I'm thinking about that Empress. And the Empress is all about, we're going to talk about the Empress because the Empress plays a big part of this. Because the Empress is more, you nurturing yourself, you bringing yourself in fertile. You're being fertile now. You know how you grow a plant, and now you done rooted that plant, you growing that plant, and now you're fertile. You're fertilizing, and that's what I'm thinking of when it comes to coming from this dark place. We're now fertilizing our mind, our soul, and now we opening up, and now we beginning to shine. We beginning to glow. Yeah, it's like a really good release system within to be able to develop what it is we need to develop for our survival when it comes to coming out this dark place. We're now attaching our energy and listening to our souls more. Our souls is playing part with this, and we're beginning to listen to it more. And that's what the Empress is all about. The Empress is all about when we nurturing ourselves, to become the person you are to become. When you really in touch with your nature, bringing in the nature of things through life for your survival, for us to survive. Because you be when you was always in that dark place, or focusing in that dark place, we always had attention of not going in the right place. We was astray. I want to say that's the word I want to use. We was more astray than anything because we was in that dark place. Now we're no longer astray. We're now letting go. We let go of all that stuff that's not important to us. We letting go all these things that don't no longer serve us. We're now moving into that place where now we're developing a sense of um energy, where now we're for the action, and we're now getting better. We leading to the riches within your soul, your body, and your mind. You're beginning to focus more. We streaming our energy more. What's important for us. We're no longer serving things, like I say, that's not important to us. And I'm gonna keep saying that because this is all about grounding yourself, because grounding yourself all comes with passion. Finding, I don't even want to tie that in because you know that's a whole different subject. But when you're trying to like ground yourself to a point to where you no longer wants to um go back into the sense of that dark side of leading your life, and you making that effort to really, trying to work hard on this mentality in your mind, and trying to lead to something that you really been trying to do for a long time, but you've been sitting in this dark place and not able to be able to lead yourself into this place where you could blossom and grow. This is an area where I that you have to get a lot of clarity on within yourself. You dream big, you think big, and all this, but you not able to manifest that because you always been on that dark in that dark shadow. So now we done moved out of that. So now we're able to manifest it. Now all that self-respective is gone away, that was keeping us from being able to open up. Now we are able to open up. We are able to feel um like we can do it now. Our spirit is allowing us to intune ourselves, and giving us the willingness to do this. And we could conquer it. We have to keep that mindset. And I'm gonna tell you something. I always felt, in a sense, it was all about the age and how you age and stuff like that. It's not about the way we age. It's nothing. We have to make it happen regardless of our age or the place we at. We have to still know that we could conquer it. Conquer it. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. We have to learn to, you know, mar- we have to learn to be able to translate our energy into releasing off that energy that's keeping us from moving forward, keeping us from grounding ourselves, from nurturing ourselves into what we're supposed to be. And that's very important. And stay from being walking in that line where you feel like you astray, or you moving in, you're astray. You can't, when you're astray, you're just wandering all over the place. And we're moving past that. Now we're learning to go with the flow. We're learning to let the spirit flow us into things natural. And that's what I feel grounding yourself is all about. You have to set that pace for yourself. We have to ground ourselves, and it's very important to ground ourselves because we always had that underground mentality, and that underground mentality is a dark place, and we have to move out that dark place. We have to drive ourselves to come across that hump. And we're getting there. We're getting there. We finding strength within ourselves, and we're beginning to now develop and build and being able to translate and transform ourselves out the energy of that low energy mentality. That low energy mentality, because we don't belong in that place. Our soul don't belong in that place. Our soul is supposed to be in a place where we supposed to be happy. We supposed to be living life to our fullness. And to live life to your fullness and have that prosperity within your life and that abundance, you can't have that in that dark place. You got to come and bring that out. And you have to think long term with this. It's no short term. This have to be a long term engagement when it comes to this reaching, grounding yourself and coming and building and producing and, you know, go with the flow. We can't no longer not afford to, in order to move forward, you know. So, yeah. But I want to talk to you today. This is a beautiful crystal. And this is one of the crystals that I got. If you look into this crystal, really take a look. You may image a bird flying, like the sky, and you have the water and the sky on top. These are some beautiful crystals. This is one crystal that I did get. This is a new crystal. I went and found this crystal. I went crystal shopping, and this was a new crystal. But the lady said this is a good crystal. And you know what? She didn't give me the name of these crystals, but pay attention to this crystal and look inside this crystal. You will see like the sky. You'll see like it's like a bird flying. That's an eye. She said it looked like a moon in the back of the bird. This is a good crystal, man. I paid attention to this crystal in the sun, and boy, this is a good crystal. This crystal right here, you just can look and meditate in this crystal, and I'm holding it up so you can see it. If you see, it's like white sand. You can see the bird flying. I told you I'm going to share these crystals with you because I thought these were some beautiful crystals. But this is a crystal. And it's very, if you pay attention to it, eye opener, boy. And it was a good meditation when I put it up to the sun. It's like I thought about the water at the bottom and the ocean. Yeah, this is good. See? So, I gotta go, y'all. But my video about to end. So, for those of you who new, subscribe, hit that bell. For those of you who's been here, you know what to do. Leave a comment, any suggestions in the box. But I just gotta go. Peace out. I love you.